If you're looking to beef up your IT skills, consider joining itpro.tv, my favorite online training provider. They have thousands of hours of content for everything IT related. Use the coupon code ITCQ30 and you can save 30% off your premium membership. Please check out the link in the description below. If you have questions about getting into IT, consider joining our Discord server. We have hundreds of people there just like you who are starting their careers in IT, and they can help answer any questions that you may have, and I'll be there to help answer questions as well. Links in the description below. I can't wait to see you there. If you're looking for a step-by-step training guide on how you can get started in IT, check out our first official training course at www.itcq.tv. This step-by-step course will not only show you the skills and knowledge that's needed to get an entry-level IT job, but it'll also show you how you can gain an advantage. Check out the link in the description of this live stream, and thank you so much for your support. What's going on YouTube? How you guys doing today? I hope you're all doing wonderful and fantastic. If you guys haven't seen the last video that I did, I'm failing you guys because I probably should have put that link in the description. Let's go find that. Let's go find that link real quick. I'm gonna find a link to the last video because it's probably important that you maybe understand that last video somewhat, a little bit. Here's that video.
We teach web development from beginning to end.
I need to start getting rid of my ads. Here's the last video we're talking about. Google is revolutionizing the IT industry, or at least they're trying to. That's like the biggest part of all of it, is that they're trying to. And I appreciate what they're trying to do, because what they're trying to do is something that nobody else is really doing, first of all, at least to the level that Google is trying to do. So let's jump over to the screen. Oh, yes, nailed it that time. Why isn't the chat showing up, though? Hold on. Where is chat box? There's the chat box. Hold on. I need to set this chat box up differently. I apologize. I want to make sure I get this right here. 400, 700, yeah. Oh, no, that's way off. Sorry, I want to make sure the chat box is there. Anyway, Google Career Certificates. Grow with Google. So we talked about in the other video that Google is actually introducing new Google Career certifications coming soon. Data Analyst, Project Manager, and UX Designer. So let's talk about these a little bit here. Data Analysts make sure use of data to help inform important business decisions. They prepare, process, and analyze data for key insights, share their findings with stakeholders, and provide data-driven recommendations for effective training. This certificate helps learners develop confidence navigating the data lifecycle using tools and platforms to process, analyze, visualize, and gain insights from data. Median salary, $66,000. We have Project Manager. Project managers are responsible for planning and overseeing projects to ensure they are completed efficiently with maximum quality and value added to the business. This certificate focuses on the foundations of traditional project management while also offering insight into agile project management. That's kind of cool. Median salary, $93,000 a year. UX designer, user experience designers make technology easier and more enjoyable to use. They create or refine products and interfaces to make them useful, usable, and accessible to others. This certificate teaches learners the foundations of user experience design and research, building low-fidelity designs and wireframes, creating high-fidelity prototypes and testing. Median salary, $75,000 a year. And, of course, they have the IT support specialist certification as well. Like, mic volume's a little bit low. Sorry, here you go. Is that better? Is that better? Put it closer to my face. Mic, please. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I adjusted it. Is it louder? I have it as loud as it could possibly go now. Anyway, what they're saying here, and I think it's on this page right here. Right here. Where was it at? We talked about it in the other video where basically Google is saying that these certifications are equivalent to a 4-year degree. I wish I could find that. I should have made a better note of that one. Let's look this up. Degree. Degree. Yeah, here it is. So Google is going to be giving away essentially 100,000 need-based scholarships, and that the new career certificates are the equivalent of a 4-year degree for related roles. So that's a pretty big. That's pretty big. Like, that's pretty bold to say that a certification from Google is equivalent to a 4-year degree. However, they are also saying college degrees are out of reach for many Americans, which is true. Like, college is definitely out of reach for many people. It's not something that's affordable for many people. Even at a 4-year degree, many of the people who may be transitioning to the IT field or looking to get into this, a 4-year degree may not typically be a 4-year degree. Like, most Americans are working, and they have to work to help fund the fact that they need to go to school, right? So a 4-year degree might actually equivalent to something like being 6 years to actually accomplish, maybe even 8 years to accomplish for some people. Not everybody can get a 4-year degree in 4 years. It's just not possible for many people. So Google is coming around and saying that, well, we're going to help this issue of people not being able to attain degrees, not being able to obtain the experience, the skills that are required to work in this field. We're going to help you guys with that. That's what this program is really all about. So something that's very important about this is that it says an expansion of our IT certificate employer consortium, which currently includes over 50 employers like Walmart, Hulu, Sprint, and of course Google. So they are going to add more companies to their consortium, which will recognize and validate, of course, these Google certifications. So that is something, again, that is really cool. I feel like the fact that Google is getting other organizations involved in this is one huge step in the right direction. So you guys can go through, these links are in the description, of course, but hundreds of apprenticeship opportunities at Google for people completing these career certificate programs to provide real on-the-job training. The Google Career Certificates, I can't even say this word, I don't know why, in career and technical education high schools throughout America, starting with our IT support certificate this fall. These certificates build on established partnership with more than 100 community colleges. So they are working now directly with schools even, which, that's interesting in its own right, considering they're saying, well, you guys don't need to go get a 4-year degree, but in case you guys do decide to get a 4-year degree, you're still going to find your stuff within schools. So 100 community colleges, whatever. But the fact is, high schools, they're introducing this. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. They're introducing this to high schools. And that is going to be something I think is going to be very important to this as well. So we can speculate, where is this at? That Google did a lot of research in finding out what types of certifications they should be introducing. So I would assume that they've discovered that data analyst, project manager, and UX design are some key areas within the IT field that we need people. They obviously see a need for it, so they're creating a solution to the need. So if data analyst, project management, or UX design is something that seems like something that you could enjoy, well, following along with something like this could be very beneficial for you. It could work out for you very well. There's going to be more information coming out about this, of course. I don't have all the information. I wish that I did, but this is exciting. Like, this is extremely exciting. Now, you guys probably know that I also put out a video a few months back where I said that the Google IT Support Specialist certification, it's really not worth it. And I'm not necessarily backing down from that. The whole reason why I made that video and talked about the Google IT Support Specialist certification is because it's not as recognized as really anything else in the field. The Google IT support specialist certification doesn't compare to anything that's out there, really. It's not at the same level. Now, that's not saying that this Google certification isn't any good. Not saying that. I'm saying that it's not recognized by the industry yet. This is something that Google is going to have to work on. It's a huge hurdle that they have to work on when you think about companies like CompTIA, Microsoft, Cisco, who are or have developed many certifications throughout the years. Those are globally recognized certifications, from CompTIA, Microsoft, Cisco, etc. There's many other companies out there who are, of course, trying to introduce certifications to the IT world. You have like eLearn Security, you have Test Out, OSCP, you have SANS. There's many different certifications out there. Many of them are maybe not as well recognized as some others. Some of them are very well recognized, obviously. But this is going to be a huge hurdle for Google. And the reason why I think it's going to be a huge hurdle is if we go on somewhere on like Indeed.com and we could type in Google IT support specialist. Got nothing that shows up. Let's put in Google IT support. Get out of here. Got nothing? We got nothing? Am I doing something wrong? What if we put in Google? Oh, look at, there we go. Let's put in Google support. Here we go. This is showing up under Google support. Let's see if it actually has, let's see, Google. This says the Google Suite. No, there's nothing there that says anything about, where's it at? Here we go. IT support specialist. You can look up IT support specialist. How many of those jobs are actually going to require or asking for the Google IT support certification? Well, there's not very many. That's the point. Many of these different job searching engines make it difficult to look up very specific things. But if we put in something like CompTIA A+, for instance, we're going to see that there's over 2,000 jobs that have, CompTIA A+ within it. Is it showing up here? There we go. Skills, they're looking for certification as IT technician will be advantage. CompTIA A+, right? So you're going to find that there are thousands of jobs looking for the A+. You're not necessarily going to find thousands of jobs looking for the Google IT support certification. Now, what's important about this is to note that it's not industry recognized, right? It's the entire industry isn't recognizing the Google certification, which is really important because if the industry isn't recognizing it, that means that they're not making that a valid certification. They're not saying that, hey, we understand the Google IT support certification. We understand the purpose of it, what it does, what it's for. We don't recognize that it's valid at this point because industry or the businesses and organizations around the world aren't looking for that. But it's also to say that, just because they don't recognize it doesn't mean that if you get it, they won't at least take a look at you because you have it, right? I think Google has a lot of work to do here to become validated across the industry. And that's just going to take time. And taking the steps that they're doing right now, I think it's going to really increase the chances and increase the awareness of their certification program. So hopefully as Google goes down this process of developing these certifications and working with industry leading companies, like they said, Walmart, Hulu, Sprint, they recognize the Google certifications. Other businesses might start to recognize them as well, which I think is going to be very, very big. Now, they're obviously putting a lot of money towards this. They're putting a lot of resources towards this. And it's going to be very interesting how this all plays out. I'm really excited for it. I've said many times, I am a very big Google fanboy. I love everything that they do. Somebody brought up before in a comment or maybe in the Discord server, like Google does also fail a lot. They have many projects that they've started that they've given up on, or it turns out that they didn't work. But I think that's one of the great things about Google is they're constantly trying to innovate and do new things. And whether you fail from it or not, I I don't think you can discredit them for that. I don't think you can like take that out on them or be discouraged by them. The fact of the matter is they are trying to do new and awesome things, and nobody else is doing that. So shout out to Google for actually trying to make things better and make things different and introduce more people to the IT world who may not want to go down that old traditional route of going to school. I think that's huge. Like, I'm not a huge advocate for college. I don't necessarily agree with that whole structure of things, and you guys are going to find that colleges many times are somewhat outdated towards the real world. It takes many years sometimes to develop the correct curriculum to introduce into an environment, and sometimes by the time they introduce new curriculum, some of that stuff is probably already outdated by the time some kid, excuse me, or some adult starts taking these different courses. So it's frustrating. It's definitely frustrating for sure. And it costs a lot of money. College costs a ton of money. And with that, like they were saying, it's not obtainable for all Americans. It's not attainable for everybody. Not everybody can afford it. So Google introducing these certifications, I think, is huge. I think the industry really has to pay attention to what Google's doing, and I think businesses should start taking notice of this sooner rather than later, because we do have a shortage of skilled technology workers, and this is something we've talked about many times. We talked about the outsourcing, right? We talked about the H-1B visa outsourcing, because we don't have skilled workers in this field. And not only, Google saying, hey, we don't require a degree for you guys to work here. Hey, we're going to, give you guys this option to work here. That's huge. But also even like the president, saying, hey, you guys don't need a degree anymore to work for the federal government. Like, that's huge. Like, these between Google and the president, like saying, hey, we don't care about degrees. Like, we know we have skilled workers out here who don't have degrees, and we need these skilled workers to fill these positions. Like, that's a slap in the face to every single college out there, right? Like, if you're thinking about going to college, the fact that Google and POTUS say, we don't care if you have a degree, just come work for us anyway, because we need you. Well, that makes you stop and think for a second, doesn't it? Like, you don't have to go to college anymore to work for the federal government if that's something that you wanted to do. But one of the things you do have to do if you want to work for the government is get certifications. Now, whether Google certifications will be recognized by the government, we don't know yet. But some of the certifications that are recognized by the government are CompTIA certifications. CompTIA A+, Network Plus, and Security Plus are all recognized by the U.S. government as a form to validate that you have the skills. Now, many people, and I saw this last night even in the CompTIA live stream, is that people say, don't get the A+. There's somebody in there who's like, don't get the A+, it's a waste of money. You don't need it. Well, the fact of the matter is, there are still businesses out there that they have a hard requirement for the CompTIA A+, Net Plus, Security Plus. And a hard requirement means if you don't have that certification, well, you're not going to be able to work there. Like, plain, simple, period. If you don't have a CompTIA certification, you can't work for the government. Period. Right? Like, that's essentially what they're saying. So the government's saying, get these certifications because we actually, approve of them. Don't worry about a degree. We don't care about your degrees anymore because we need you skilled workers who are working in the field, which really leads to what I think is the biggest concern in the information technology field. The biggest concern in the entire world is cybersecurity. And I truly, strongly feel like anybody who's looking to get into IT, transition into this field, or you're looking to grow your career in IT if you've already started, start learning security. Because we drastically need more security professionals in this field. We really, really do. Because the wars aren't going to be the same anymore, right? And the reason why I bring this up is because I've been watching this this documentary from Vice. It was on Hulu. I would recommend it. Vice can be somewhat questionable at times, but this documentary really, I think, was pretty informative. It's talking about cyber warfare and things like that. But the new war isn't about oil and gas and resources that are physical, right? The new war is going to be through security, through the internet. Like, that's how wars are going to start happening, I could imagine. And they've said this a few times in this documentary, or this documentary series. Cybersecurity is going to be a skill that everybody should obtain, that everybody should have a good fundamental knowledge about. Now, you don't have to go out and become a cybersecurity professional by any means, but at least have a good understanding of security. And if you really want to, especially within the next probably 4 years, if you really want to make a big impact in the field, you really want to increase your chances of working in the field and making a lot of money, doing exciting things, gearing up towards a cybersecurity role is probably going to be your best bet, to be completely honest with you guys, because like I said, we are lacking security professionals so extremely much in the United States. So I don't know why I went down this whole tirade with that, but it's important. It's important to know, especially with, like I said, with POTUS saying you don't have to have a degree to work for us anymore, with many huge organizations saying you don't need a degree to work for us anymore. Get certifications. That's what you need. Like, it's clear, like the writing is on the walls, that certifications are the most validated resource or validated credential that businesses and organizations use to, again, validate their workers and their skills. It's important. Now, so many people are against certifications. I don't understand why. It's a great credential to have just to validate your skills, but it also is an investment to help you earn more money. So get certified. Like, get certified, get ahead. I think that's what Daryl Gibson says that. But it is very, very important that you guys understand that. And that's clearly the way that this industry is heading, where they're looking for certifications more so than anything else at this point. And one thing about certifications that colleges don't necessarily offer is really diving deep into a specific skill set. You know, colleges broaden up many of their programs, where you may take like a networking program, and sure, through that program you could get something like a CCNA. You get some of this knowledge and skills, but you know, going off and getting a CCNA on your own is achievable. It's doable. And even further, you can go out and get like a CCMP, right? Like on your own. You can go get a CCMP security. Like, you could do all this stuff on your own where you don't even require college. But, you know, going from CCNA to CCMP, like, you start validating higher skills. And this is something that everybody can do. So now, again, with Google introducing their own line of certifications, especially within data analyst, project management, UX design, these are obviously a need for the industry. These specific roles, we obviously have a shortage in, and this is something that you should be going towards if it interests you. Now, you know, you could go through their data analyst program or their UX design program. That doesn't mean that you have to be a data analyst or you have to be a UX designer by any means. You could obtain these skills, which could actually help you in other roles that you want to work in. So if you want to be a data analyst, like, you could take this data analyst course, and you can apply probably much of what you're learning to a security role or to like system administration type of role. So I think this is very important. This is the way that it appears the industry is heading, and I think it's very important that we acknowledge this. Now, I think it's very important also that other organizations and businesses start to acknowledge this as well, because this is the way that we're heading with IT. So I'm really interested to see how this plays out. I'm really, really excited for it, because I hope this means that the industry is going to have a huge shift, and we start to acknowledge our skilled professionals who don't hold degrees. There's many of them out there. Let me pull this up here. That's the one I wanted. So that's kind of what I want to talk about with this video today, or with this live stream. I haven't really acknowledged any of you guys in the chat. Hello to everybody in the chat. I hope you're all doing well. If you guys have questions, you want to talk about something specific, now's the time. Let's chat it out. Let's hash it out. If you guys have questions about this, I can try to answer it. I will definitely do that. But part of the I Teach Career Questions live streams is we open up for AMA, so that if you guys have questions about getting into IT, we can answer them. So let's start with that and get some questions answered. If you've asked a question previously in the stream, I'm not going to go back and look at it because I can't keep up with the stream. So sorry. Anyway, questions start now. What's going on, Michael Anderson, Brandon B? You're just here for your T-shirt. You already got a T-shirt. I don't know when it's going to be on its way, but hopefully soon. Southeast Dusty, a lack of degree shouldn't keep you in the poorhouse. And he says, hey, Zach, hey, Southeast Dusty. And you're absolutely right. Lack of degree shouldn't keep anybody in the poorhouse. A degree, nowadays, like a degree puts people in debt. It's thousands upon thousands of dollars to get a degree. And even having a degree is no guarantee that you're going to get hired in the field of your degree. I mean, that's just plain and simple. Sorry, I thought I muted it. Apparently I didn't mute it, so I apologize for that cough. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cough in y'all's ears. How do you get the scholarship? You're going to have to go over to the Google website, and it shows you right here. Let me pull up. Which one is it? My what you call it? Stream Deck thing isn't working right. Right here at the bottom of the screen, when you come on here, it says notify me when these certificates become available. So you guys can sign up for their mailing list for that. So you guys can really start to pay attention to when they're going to be released and get more information about them as they release them. So there's that. Non-Google cert question. Is there a basic Apple cert that IT technicians should do? 99% of your job is Windows-based, and there's always 1% we're required to work on an Apple machine. I think they do have an Apple certification, but it's not needed. Like you say, like 1%, and it's probably true across the globe that 1% of an environment could contain Apple products, especially like Apple desktops or their laptops or something like that. So it's not needed. If you want to learn, and this is something I'm going to do a video about, so here's a sneak peek. If you guys want to learn the Apple operating system, sure, there are ways to virtualize the Mac OS, but just learn Linux, because Linux and Mac OS are so similar to each other that as you start learning Linux, which is free to download and free to install and virtualize, you're going to see that much of how Linux is structured relates directly to Apple. It's so similar in so many ways, even with like the GUI and many of the Linux distros, they're very, very similar. So all you really need to do is learn Linux, and by default, you're essentially learning how the Mac OS works. Now, we could talk about the terminal command line, terminal commands, maybe slightly differently between Mac OS and Linux, but still, just learn Linux. Plain and simple. Learn Linux. Renz, does ITIL still matter? Yes, ITIL still definitely matters. There's still a lot of organizations that really like to see the ITIL cert. Kev H, Zach, what do you think happens to the value of people who have degrees? I don't think your value goes away. There's still going to be many instances from now until the foreseeable future where having a degree is going to help you get better jobs. I mean, there's still going to be jobs that require a degree. There's still jobs that will have that hard requirement that you have some type of degree, which is unfortunate, I feel like, because they're really missing out on a lot of talented people. But, if you want to go to anything in this management and above, typically those types of jobs will require a degree. Am I planning on relocating the mic stand so it doesn't pick up the table thuds? Well, I tried to turn down the mic so it wouldn't pick up the table thuds, so I apologize. Apparently, I have to mess with it more, or I just need to turn it down more and be right up on its face. So you guys let me know. I turned it down. I turned the mic down, and I'm a little bit closer to it, so maybe that'll help get rid of some of the thuds. I apologize for that. I do. Sorry. Sorry. Terrence, if you want to pursue a career in cybersecurity, do you recommend getting a certification for firewalls like Palo Alto? I mean, yeah, it's going to be a certification that could help you in very specific instances where Palo Alto firewalls are being used. Otherwise, it's not going to be of any use to you. You know, it's one of those certifications that you should get if you're in an environment that uses Palo Alto, and that's another reason why you say to your employer, like, hey, we use Palo Alto firewalls here. I want to get their certification. Will you guys pay for it? Hopefully, they'll pay for it. Anyway. Marie, you're getting a degree in computer science. Did you just shoot yourself in the foot? No, you didn't shoot yourself in the foot. If there's so many different ways to get into this field, there's so many different paths that you can take. There's not necessarily a wrong way. There's just alternatives, right? And, you know, for some people, having a degree is just a hard requirement for them personally. And that's okay. You know, some people just don't want to do that. And that's all right, too. Like, now the sound is lousy. All right. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do about it, yo. Let me try something here. I want to hear what you guys are hearing, so I know. I'm gonna put my headphones on so I can do a little playback action here. Make sure I got desktop audio muted, and let's turn this on. Yeah, I don't know. I turned it up. It doesn't sound too bad to me, but I also have headphones on, so. Anyway, sorry guys. Trying to keep up with the chat. I can't keep up with this chat. I try my hardest to keep up with this chat, but it's very difficult. You guys are quick. Y'all are quick on the chat. Super chats make me notice your questions right away. I'm just saying. Shameless self-promotion right there, right? Just kidding. Don't super chat me. You don't have to super chat me. I'll try to get you all your questions if I can. Somebody asked, is A+ for someone that wants to get in the IT field? A+ is for everybody. Any special guides or books for the A+? What? Professor Messer, probably the best for anything CompTIA, A+, Net+, Security Plus related. You're close to the mic now. You sound fine. You aren't close to the mic without the headphones. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. I don't know. It sounded fine before I turned it up, I thought, to me at least. I'm going to try experiment real quick here. Hold on. KevTech IT support, bro. Come on. You don't have to super chat me, bro. I was just kidding. Thank you for the super chat, though, KevTech. What's going on with you, sir? How are things going? How is working from home going for you? You're still working from home, I would imagine, right? Hopefully that's going well for you. Oh, yeah. So I did turn it down. I guess that did get very quiet. Sorry. I'm trying to. Anyway. They're tripping. You sound fine. Yeah. That's the thing about any type of YouTube video that you put out. Like, I feel like everybody's like speakers are so different from one another. So it's whatever. Anyway, Michael Anderson, Zach, does this mean I can apply for a scholarship for the CCNP certification? I don't know if they have any scholarships for the CCNP. Maybe Cisco offers something for that, but I'm not sure. But what we're talking about with Google has nothing to do with the CCNP. So you got to keep that in mind. Masood, what's going on? Bruno Magone, thank you for the super chat. If you got a question, bro, throw it in the chat. What currency is pen? Pen currency? What's this? Peruvian dollar. Oh my goodness. Peru. What's up from Peru? Pen currency. I put so. Oh my gosh, 29 cents to the dollar. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. I do need some vibration cushioning for the mic. I'll get a new mic stand or something that has all that. Jill Johnson, 10 years ago, you earned an MS in network security and project management. Never able to get a job. It's online now. Too old. No help. Trying Coursera. Had poorly taught A+ class. Not giving up. Yeah, don't give up. You're earned your MS network. So just keep doing what you're doing. Like if you go for the A+, that's a great start for you. Even with the other stuff that you have there, you should be able to get a job. Start applying. Check out my videos about resumes and stuff to really help you out, I think. Sorry. So after completing a Google cert, will Google hire you? I mean, there's always that potential, right? Could be. I'll probably get screwed by the conversion rate. Probably. I probably will. But we're all good. I still appreciate it very much. Bruno, hit me up with whatever question you got, bro. I appreciate your super chat. Oh, here you go. You work in IT for a nonprofit UN office, but you've always wanted to work in Google, but you're not a developer. You've always been working help desk, support, or ICT. Will you have any luck? Will you have any luck working for Google? Google is probably one of the most difficult companies that you can work for, specifically related to skills and knowledge experience. Like you have to be at the top of your game, I feel like, to work for any organization like that. I keep saying Google and my phone keeps freaking out. My Google phone's getting mad. But yeah, so getting a Google IT support certification or any type of Google certification does not necessarily mean that you're qualified to work for Google by any means. Again, it's one of the most difficult companies to work for. You really have to be at the top of your game. So keep that in mind. But where you're at right now, keep moving forward and keep progressing the best that you can. Because there's always a possibility. And I hate to say that there's never a possibility, because there could be a possibility. Just keep moving towards, forward, the forward direction. William Murray, how you doing, sir? Thank you very much for the super chat, bro. I really appreciate it. You took and passed the Cloud Plus on a whim last Saturday. Interesting exam. Any thoughts on that certification? It's not talked about. You're awesome, bro. I mean, it's a certification that can help validate that you have cloud fundamental skills, right? Like that's essentially all the Cloud Plus really does. It's say, hey, you have fundamental knowledge of cloud systems. Does that do anything for you? I mean, it could potentially. That's not really a certification that's requested that often. It's not one of those that typically stands out, but it is one that could potentially help you. I think it's more or less a knowledge-based type of certification than anything. That's not something that somebody's going to be like, oh, you have the Cloud Plus, we want to hire you. I don't think that the Cloud Plus works like that. Is a degree in business information systems relevant in IT? Yeah. Here's the cool thing about degrees is it doesn't matter what your degree is in. Like, it could be in social economics. Like, you could still have that degree and work in IT. Maybe some of the things that you learn from social economics classes could help you with IT even. But, yeah, your degree doesn't matter. Keep it techie. Thank you very much, bro, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that, man. Keep It Techie says, learn Linux, guys. And I cannot express that enough. Please learn Linux. Anybody and everybody can learn Linux. It's really simple to get started with. Like, so extremely simple to get started with. And anybody can do it. And the great thing about Linux, as you're going to start to discover getting into this field, is Linux is everywhere. And it only keeps growing. So the quicker that you can get a good fundamental understanding of Linux, the better it will be for you. And having Linux on your resume will get you noticed. So just having Linux skills will definitely get you noticed. Do I have any connection that can help you get a job in New York? Maybe, probably not. I don't know. Tag me on LinkedIn. Like, that's like your best bet. And this goes out for anybody. Like, if you're looking for a job, please tag me on LinkedIn and, put on there like a brief paragraph, like what skills, certifications, degrees that you have, what type of job you're looking for, your location, and tag me, because I have a lot of connections on LinkedIn and I'm trying to build more connections with recruiters and such on LinkedIn. So that can help you get noticed potentially. So yeah, just do that. Laxman or IXman just scheduled their Microsoft Azure Fundamentals exam on the 25th of July. Wish them luck. Good luck on your AZ900. I will be taking mine. I actually had to reschedule mine because if you follow me on LinkedIn, you're going to see, that next week I'm actually doing a College for Kids class. So the local community college in my area is offering a class for kids for YouTube content creation. So I'm actually going to teach this class to kids, and I'm really excited about it. But the class happens on the day that I had my AZ900 scheduled for. So I pushed the AZ900 back a month because I needed to develop some content for this College for Kids class. So I'll be taking my AZ900 next month. I'm super stoked for it. Look at Brandon B says CompTIA Cloud Plus is now DoD 8570 approved. So that's interesting. Leave it to the DoD and CompTIA. Michael Anderson, Zach, are there any courses where you can learn Linux from scratch? There are thousands of courses on YouTube that can teach you from scratch. I used Linux Academy's LPI Linux Essentials course. I found that to be very useful. I went through that entire course from start to finish, and I think it helped me lay down many of the fundamentals of Linux for me, and I really did have a better understanding of it after that. Obviously, that's a paid course, so it may not be for you, but man, there's courses everywhere for this. Like, it's so hard to say, like, or give a good recommendation because there are so many. So my best bet would be looking up Linux fundamentals on the YouTube and following along with one of those classes. Abdullah, you completed your Google System Administration and IT Infrastructure Services course early this month. Congratulations to you. That's awesome, man. Hope that works out for you. I hope you get something from it. Thank you. Microsoft Learning Materials are enough, you guess. Everybody says that the Microsoft Learning Materials are enough, so I do need to check them out still. I probably should apply their information to my learning studies. So what else you guys got for me today? Because I really covered everything that I wanted to, talking about the Google IT support cert. I don't want to keep this live stream going too long because I do want there to be replay value from this, and when people see like extremely long streams, they just don't even watch the videos at that point. So, Kev H, you're studying for Security Plus with Professor Messer. Is there any other source you should use, or is that good enough? You should always use multiple resources. You can find paid resources. Actually, you could sign up for IT Pro TV because they're doing a free CompTIA weekend this weekend. So sign up for IT Pro TV. You can already sign up for a free trial with them, but this weekend, all of their CompTIA content is free to access. I would strongly recommend CompTIA or IT Pro TV's Accelerated Security Plus course with Wes Bryan. That's what I used, and I truly believe that's what helped me pass my Security Plus. You're wondering what kind of project management certification Google will come up with? Well, I mean, they give some of the details here, don't they? What happened here? Yeah. I like that it's offering insight into Agile because many organizations use the Agile framework in their organization. So that'll be kind of cool to see. That'll be cool. You are very welcome for these videos. See, Brandon B, if it's over an hour long, you won't bother. That's many people. So many people. Fire Sky just stumbled upon my content yesterday and you're enjoying it. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you're here. Sorry you came late. Is this through Coursera? Yeah, the Google stuff will be through the Coursera for sure. What's going on, Amma? How are you doing? I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are all really excited for what's to come with the IT world. It's going to be very interesting. Laxman, thank you, Zach, for the previous acknowledgments, and good luck. Can't wait to join IT Pro TV after your exam. We'll join IT Pro TV before your exam and start learning. We'll get you prepared for your exam. Anyway, what else you guys got for me? I think we hit up a lot of stuff. We got 78 people here. There's not 78 people chatting. So if you guys got questions, now is the time. Otherwise, we'll peace out on y'all. I got some videos to edit. I recorded 2 videos today, actually. Both about Active Directory. One of the Active Directory videos will be on this channel. The other Active Directory videos will be on the Curious IT channel, which I think is something that you guys should check out. Check out the t-shirts below, Brandon says. Shameless Teespring plug. Thanks, bro. I should have one of my t-shirts on today, and I don't. I failed. What t-shirt? Hang on. I tend to keep some of my tech t-shirts out here, so when I'm recording videos, I can just change them out real quick. This is the only t-shirt that I got that's hanging out here. IT Pro TV shirt. I could have put this on. I should have had this on. Here we go. Here we go. Sign up for IT Pro TV. Coupon code ITCQ30 saves you 30% off of their membership over there, by the way. Shameless plugging. What do I think about the AWS certifications? I think AWS is huge. AWS dominates the cloud world. So if you were to get an AWS certification, you'd probably be pretty good. Thanks, homie. Job searching while listening to me. Good luck on your job search. Where are you looking at, Matt P? Your next crazy story will be about the Las Vegas trash man who went full IT career change. Heck yeah. Is that you, Kev H? I would love to get that story. How's my A+ studying going? I'm not doing any A+ studying at the moment. I have my A+ vouchers that I need to use by December, unless CompTIA takes those vouchers away because I'm so vocal against things that they do. Speaking of which, let's talk. I joined the CompTIA live stream yesterday, and they wouldn't even acknowledge me in their chat, and they're so mad at me. I could tell that the person from CompTIA, they were reading my stuff in chat, and you could pretty much tell by the look on their face that they were frustrated by the fact that I joined their chat and the fact that I was helping everybody in their chat. See, I'm not against CompTIA. I have differences with CompTIA and the things that they do, but I'm not against them, and that's part of being, an adult, being just a human being. Is I can disagree with things that people are doing, and that doesn't mean that I don't like them or couldn't recommend them for certain things. I don't agree with the fact that CompTIA was on board with the whole right to repair thing. Now they come out and said that they're no longer going to lobby against the right to repair, which is great, right? But the fact that they were involved in that in the first place is jacked up. Now, the second thing we talked about in the live stream last week or whatever was that they're financing their certifications and learning and stuff like that, and that's just completely ridiculous. I can disagree with that. That's okay. I can disagree with the things that they do, and that's okay. But I can also agree with the things that they do. There's a lot of things that I agree with. I will always, until the day that I die, until the day that CompTIA certifications are no longer recognized, I will always recommend the CompTIA A+ certification for anybody who's looking to get into IT. The fact of the matter is that certification is the most widely recognized certification to validate fundamental skills in IT. But yeah, I was completely ignored in that live stream, and it was hilarious because I was just there helping people. I asked a couple questions. I asked one question. I asked the question 2 times, maybe 3 times, which with Network Chuck was on their live stream. And I was like, yo, Network Chuck, what's the next CompTIA certification you're going to get? I asked that 2 times, was ignored 2 times. And then I put in the Discord server, can somebody please ask this question for me? And KevTech IT support asked that question, and almost immediately that question was then answered. You guys want to ignore me? That's fine. Ignore me. Ignore me all you want. I'm still, and that's the thing, CompTIA. CompTIA gets to benefit from this. They get to benefit from it because whether they pay me or not, which they haven't paid me in many, many, many months to do anything for them, which is fine, I'm still going to recommend their certifications. I'm still going to be vocal against the things that I don't like, though. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to, at the end of the day, I'm still going to make CompTIA money. That's the thing about it. I could be against them all day long, in some ways, but as long as I'm saying, hey, if you want to work in IT, you go get your CompTIA A+ certification, I will always be sending them money. And they benefit from that because they don't have to pay me for that. Like, they don't have to pay me to talk about their certifications because I'm going to do it anyway. But I'm also going to talk about the things I don't like. So what I would do instead is say, hey, go sign up for IT Pro TV and use their resources to study for their certifications. And not only can you utilize their resource to study for the CompTIA certifications, if you're signed up with IT Pro TV, you actually get like a 10% discount on the CompTIA certifications. So there's that. You know, like, go do that. And IT Pro TV pays me because I'm an affiliate of them. So if you guys want to help support the channel, you know, there's that. You're disappointed Network Chuck didn't recognize you, or recognize me. I'm not concerned with that. Like, if I were in Network Chuck's position, if he had an understanding of what happened with me and with me and CompTIA, which I'm sure he probably saw that live stream or saw part of that live stream where I was against what they're doing, I would be in that same position. Like, I probably wouldn't acknowledge it because, you know, being in Network Chuck's position, like, he's being paid to live stream from their channel. And, you know, I wouldn't want to ruffle feathers with CompTIA by acknowledging somebody who's, you know, vocal against something that they've done. I know nothing at all against Network Chuck for not acknowledging me. Completely fine. Like, I totally get it. It's just, it's so funny that I was ignored. Like, so funny. Every time they do a live stream, I will join their live stream and I will help people. Because at the end of the day, the entire reason that IT Career Questions exist is to help people. And I'm going to help people. I'm going to be truthful, honest, and downright blunt about many things. That's what IT Career Questions is about. Period. Anyway. You want to know my LinkedIn? LinkedIn.com/in/I-am-nerdy. That's my LinkedIn. Kev H, you're going to get your A+ and Security Plus because of my videos, but you won't take a loan for it. Good idea. And you appreciate my honesty, especially about the financing your certs. Well, I'm glad you guys appreciate my honesty. Yes, please don't finance CompTIA. Don't finance that stuff, guys. Like, it's not. Whatever. AWS cert versus Google Cloud cert. Which one is better? AWS all day. The only reason why I say AWS is because AWS dominates the market. Now, you might find in your region that, and please note how I use a region. If you know anything about cloud, there's lots of regions, right? But anyway, if you're in your region, your area, organizations are using Google Cloud Platform, then it might make sense for you to go and get a GCP cert. You might find that in your area that more organizations are using Azure, so it might make more sense to get an Azure cert than anything else. Really depends on your area, like, for sure. Good luck, Matt P. Good luck. Yeah, somebody put further up in the chat. You can still disagree with an organization action and still like that org, for sure. That's just business, right? It's part of the real world. Anyway, that's all I got for today's live stream. Thanks for letting me rant and rave and talk to you guys about Google certifications. I think this is really going to, I put in the other video, revolutionize the IT industry. I think we're going to see a lot of cool stuff come from this. So stay tuned for more videos, and thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you all for the super chats today. You guys are so very much appreciated. And please, I need to find this link before I even say anything. Find this link. Somebody's going to beat me to it. Where's it at? Where's it at? There it is. Join our Discord server, please. Please come hang out with us, talk with us, ask questions. I've been trying to be more active in there. The last couple of days I've been busy, but please come join us and hang out with us, talk with us, and be part of our community, because our community is all about helping people. That's what it's about. So thank you guys. Stay tuned. Good luck.